Hello, my name is Qiana Cryer-Coupet, and I'm an assistant professor here in the Department of Social Work at North Carolina State University. I also direct the NC State Fatherhood Research Lab, also known as the NC State Dad Lab. In the Dad Lab, we focus on family-based traumas that fathers experience as a result of homelessness, paternal incarceration, or substance use disorders. And one of the things that we've recently been doing as a result of some of the findings of that work is engaging in an intervention with fathers who are in recovery. We've collaborated with colleagues in the College of Education, specifically Dr. Angela Weissman, to deliver our interventions to fathers in the community. We've been doing additional research and have found that social workers and teachers that are newly graduated often feel unprepared to engage families around these traumas. So, we are now gearing up for our Trauma-Informed Practice Support Workshop, also known as TIPS for short, where we will be engaging with pre-service teachers and pre-service social workers to talk about issues about family-based traumas, as well as to teach them the intervention that we've used in community and have found to be very effective when working with fathers and families. So that workshop will start on January 28th and will run 6 weeks. We'll start off by talking with the pre-service teachers and social workers about various definitions of trauma, and then we'll also engage in some work around personal traumas that they may have experienced and how that may impact the ways in which they show up in their classrooms, in community spaces. We will also use the workshop as a point of talking about interprofessional collaboration and education. So when social workers think about who could be a resource for helping me to better engage families around family-based trauma, perhaps teachers are a resource that they use. So within the intervention that we've been doing, Dr. Weissman is a former literacy teacher and recommended that perhaps we look at children's literature as a way of engaging families around trauma, and that's what we've done. So in our workshop, we will be introducing some of our favorite books that we've used in collaboration with the dads that we've been working with. So one of those books is by author Dan Santat, and it's called Drawn Together. We found this book to be really helpful when we're engaging in discussions about communication within families. And so it's based on a story about a young grandson and his grandfather who don't speak the same language but are able to come together through art as a way of bridging that communication barrier. So we found that one to be very helpful. Another one of our favorites, also by author Dan Santat, is After the Fall. Dan wrote this book after experiencing issues with postpartum depression in his own family, and it tells or takes a different take on the story of Humpty Dumpty, what actually happened after that fall. We found this book to be really helpful when working with fathers in recovery around the 12-step process and stigmas that may be coming to light as individuals are working through those 12 steps. And so this has been very helpful. So we look forward to engaging the 20 students that are currently enrolled in our 6-week workshop and hope to share more information about the success of that workshop at its conclusion. Thank you for joining me.